There's a quiet but absolutely massive redirection happening on the world stage right now. It's changing where we go on vacation, sure, but it's also changing where we invest and where we look for a sense of stability. And as we're about to see, all signs are pointing towards one continent, Africa.
You just think about it for a second. When there's major tension in the world, people don't just lock their doors and stay home. Humanity has always been on the move. But that movement, it always follows confidence. It follows a feeling of stability. It doesn't stop, it just redirects. And that's what we're digging into today. This quote from Grace Mumo really just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what's happening. In a world that feels kind of fragmented, a world searching for an anchor, well, Africa is emerging as that very anchor, a new center of gravity, if you will.
So, what we're seeing isn't just, a simple bump in tourism. Not at all. This is something much deeper. It's a fundamental rebalancing act, a real structural shift in how the entire world sees and interacts with the African continent. Okay, to really get a handle on this shift, we need to introduce a new term: sovereign value. For decades, the story was all about what you could dig out of the ground. Well, forget that old model. Sovereign value is about a country's power to attract people, money, and influence based on its culture, its identity, and its stability. Let's break that down, because it's a huge deal. The old model was simple, right? You monetize commodities. You sell your oil, your diamonds, your minerals. The new model? It's so much more sophisticated and honestly more sustainable. It's about monetizing your identity. It means your culture, your heritage, your creativity. Those are now your most valuable assets. And right here, this is the crucial point. The product has changed. The export isn't just what's under the soil anymore. It's about the very soul of a place. It's about exporting an experience, a sense of meaning, and this profound feeling of belonging that, let's face it, a lot of people are searching for right now. So the big question is, why is this happening now? What's the trigger? Well, the answer is in a massive shift in the psychology of the global traveler. The focus isn't just on what people want to see anymore, it's about what they want to feel. It used to be that travel decisions were pretty straightforward, driven by simple economics. What's the cheapest flight? How close is it? But today, the drivers are way deeper. People are now prioritizing things like perceived safety, and this is a big one, political neutrality. They're looking for distance from global tensions and closeness to meaning. This shift is also completely redefining what luxury even means. The old idea of luxury, that was all about consumption, being seen, flashing your wealth, moving fast. The new luxury, the real luxury today, is about restoration, it's about privacy, and it's about the simple ability to be present. It's a huge move away from showing off and towards tuning in. And this idea right here, this defines the entire new paradigm. The ultimate luxury good in the 21st century isn't going to be a flashy car or a designer watch. It's sanctuary. It's that feeling of emotional and physical safety. And that, right there, is an asset that Africa has in abundance. All right, so this sanctuary economy sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? Let's take a look at how this whole concept is reshaping industries on the ground. And we'll start with the most obvious one: tourism. See, tourism is no longer just a service industry. It's transforming into Africa's most powerful soft power engine. People might show up as tourists, just looking for a good vacation, but the experience can be so profound that they leave totally changed, as investors, as homeowners, and as some of the most powerful ambassadors for the continent you could ever ask for. This means the whole way we measure success is changing. It's not just about counting how many people get off the plane anymore. The real metric, the one that matters, is about the quality of the alliances being built. Those alliances are what fuel everything from real estate to the creative arts. And we absolutely cannot forget about geography. It's becoming Africa's quiet superpower. As conflicts and tensions reroute traditional flight paths, Africa's position as a midpoint between East and West is a massive strategic advantage. Cities like Nairobi, Cape Town, and Kigali are becoming real global lifestyle gateways, not just little regional hubs. Now, it's so important to understand that what we're talking about here is not some temporary trend. This isn't just an opportunistic blip on the radar. What we're witnessing is a deep, structural repositioning of Africa's role in the world. It sounds kind of strange, but instability elsewhere in the world actually creates a kind of economic redistribution that makes Africa stronger. When traditional vacation spots feel uncertain, the ultra-wealthy start to diversify where they go, and that means things like long-stay travel and the market for second homes just boom. It also makes unique things like conservation and wellness tourism even more attractive.
This right here is Africa's unique value proposition for this exact moment in history. It offers what the rest of the world is desperately looking for but struggling to find: stability without being saturated, luxury without the crazy crowds, and a true sense of discovery without the burnout that comes from navigating constant risk.
So when you put it all together, this massive shift challenges all of us, investors, leaders, visionaries. It challenges us to rethink our old assumptions about where global influence really comes from. If you're an investor, this question is absolutely vital. Are your maps of global stability, are they dangerously out of date? If the world's wealth is actively looking for sanctuary, you really have to ask yourself why Africa might still be a footnote in your portfolio.
And for leaders in tourism and government, the challenge is just as direct. Is your national strategy built for the tourist of yesterday, the one who just wanted a cheap flight? Or are you getting ready for this new era of lifestyle migration by building places where people feel like they can truly belong?
And finally, this is the big question for all of us. Are we just watching another interesting travel trend that's going to fade in a year or two? Or are we in the early days of seeing a completely new global axis being formed, with Africa right at the center? I want to leave you with this one final thought, because it really gets to the heart of everything. This whole redirection, it isn't really about people running away from something bad. It's about all of us running towards something good. It's a global search for balance, for equilibrium. And more, the world is finding that equilibrium in Africa.